What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Heat and Soul Podcast. Today I'm here with Boogie. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm really excited right now. This is gonna be our first part of introducing the top 5 sneakers. So he's gonna be our first guest on to show his top 5 sneakers. And
Cool.
So we're gonna have some really cool stories behind them too. So where can they find you at on all social medias?
Like he said, I'm Boogie. Boogiekazamm is my name on everything from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, my Bandcamp page, which is like for my beats and stuff. But pretty much Boogiekazamm on every social media platform that you might think that I'm on. So.
And he's also got an up-and-coming clothing brand.
Yep. Mellow Hype Co. Been doing it for about a year or two now. Still growing, still grinding, still just trying to get the name out there. But yeah, still just going and growing. Yeah.
He also does sneaker reviews on YouTube too.
Yeah. It's been a while, but you could definitely find some YouTube sneaker reviews for sure.
Make sure to check him out on all social medias, but right now we're going to hop into the first sneaker. So this is the first sneaker right here. So explain, it's a Jordan 6,
Yep.
but talk to him about it. Tell him why.
All right, so this is the infrared Jordan 6. This shoe right here, reasons it's in my top 5. It is, I think, the shoe that really made me love like sneakers in general. When I was younger, growing up as a kid, my parents did not care at all about sneakers and having the newest Jordan or the newest Nike or anything like that. So I never was fortunate enough to get them just because they just didn't care to spend that much on sneakers, but it was a thing that I always loved. And then growing up, Tumblr was a really big social media platform to use for blogging and stuff like that. And I would see like Kanye wearing them and some of my other favorite artists in them. And it just became one of my favorite Jordan silhouettes ever. And then of course seeing Michael Jordan wear them. I think this was the first shoe he won a championship in as well. So it just became a shoe that I just grew to love, and it became my favorite model. So anytime that they release, I always grab a pair.
Is it still your favorite model?
It's still my all-time favorite Jordan sneaker that was ever made. So
I'll show you that on camera, and then we also have a little bit of V-roll that we're going to show you before every shoe. So getting in the next shoe.
okay.
So this is a Jordan 3, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The black cement.
Yep.
So talk to him about this.
All right. So I do apologize at how beat up this Jordan 3 looks.
Hey, it shows he loves them. It shows he loves them.
But this is like another one that was in my top 5. This was the first Jordan that I bought with my own money. Not this exact pair, but I believe it was 2012 or 13 maybe. I was fresh out of high school going into college, and I think this was like one of the last midnight releases that they did. I remember going to Castleton and camping in line for Black Friday, and they dropped these at midnight. And like I said, I think this was like the last shoe that they did midnight releases on, where you go to the mall at 12 o'clock and get them and not have to wake up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning to get them. But like I said, it was my first one that I ever bought with my own money. Another Jordan silhouette that I grew to love just from seeing like Kanye West and Frank Ocean and many others just wearing them, and it's like an instant classic to me. Of course, Jordan wearing them too as well, so it's just another one that.
What's your favorite part about this shoe? Like, if you had to pick a favorite part about this shoe, what is your favorite part about this Jordan 3?
I would say the elephant print, solely because of it just being something different on a shoe. I like the crazy, like out there, like wild design sometimes when it comes to shoes, even the colors too. But even if there's not like a lot of different colors, like the print or the detailing alone can win me over. And I just like appreciate that, throwing elephant print on a shoe just to give it a little bit of spunk or whatever you want to call it, just makes it different and unique. So I would say the elephant print.
Now, have you grabbed these after at a new release at all?
So I didn't grab the most recent pair, I think from like 2 years ago, just because I have 3 pairs of these over the course of the last couple of years. So I just felt like I didn't need any more. And then this particular pair is from the Countdown pack. So it came with this pair and I think the Jordan 20. And I love those other shoes that came with it. But This pair, was so comfortable. I wore 'em. You could honestly see the cracking of the midsole because of how much they were worn, and they're even separating because of the
Sole
age
separation,
and
yeah.
stuff. But yeah, it's just one of those shoes, man.
All right, so we're about to hop into the next one right now. All right, so this is a Jordan 1, and before we get into this, I was jealous that he had these because I want these for myself personally. But, all right, so go ahead and tell him why this shoe is in your top 5.
All right, so the Jordan 1 Unions, for those of you that don't know, this is the Storm Blue colorway, which is the Union exclusive. But it also has that mixture up top of the Bred Jordan 1. This is the first time that we've seen a Jordan 1 that was kind of a mixture of two. As you can see, the stitching along the top ankle collar, that kind of just brings the shoe to a different level of creativity and everything like that. But to me, this one was special. It was the first like ever collab that I was able to get for retail. I don't think I had any collab retros ever up until this point. And I was able to get them off the Union website that day. For those that remember, that day was crazy. I think I waited 2 or 3 hours on my phone before I was able to check out, and I got through successfully. So like I said, I think at the time they were 170 or 180 retail. I can't remember, but I know they're like really pricey now, like up like 1,200 or more depending on your size. But what makes this special to me is the Jordan 1 Royal, which is a slightly darker color than this Storm Blue, was the first Jordan 1 that I ever bought. And what really made me love Jordan 1s. And then, of course, the Bred 1 alone is the most iconic, one of the most iconic Jordan 1s out there. So just to have the mixture of the two, on top of it being a collab and the great quality that this shoe has, if you ever get to hold or see one in person, the quality on this is probably the best quality they've done ever on the Jordan 1.
Yeah.
And obviously these are worn. I definitely have worn these more than a handful of times, but this is a really great quality shoe. But like I said, just the mixture of the two Jordan 1s and then the Royal 1 being the first one that I've ever bought to really get me into collecting sneakers, it was just meant to have.
Yeah, I mean this is definitely this is a grail.
Yeah, for most people, it's definitely a grail for sure.
Yeah, but these are really, this is a really sick shoe. And as you said, the stitching has to be, oh my. So we're looking at the price right now. The last sale in a size 12, which is my size, was, oh wow, $2,500.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, getting back to the stitching is definitely what separates the shoe.
Yeah.
Which is what I really like about the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the mixture, as you said, the blue and then the red. You just don't see anything like this.
Right, and like I said, we've never had a Jordan 1 like it. And then even with the laces, if those of you don't know,
the black
laces is like it stops at the top part where it's like sewn into a totally different shoe. Even the laces go from being the sail color to black. So like I said, they really took their time with the detailing on this shoe and really just making it something unique and something special. So.
And then even the tongue, like the lacing, like you can't. It might be hard to see on camera, but there's like lacing in the tongue, which is you don't see, and it like shows the split where it splits off.
The split, exactly.
Yeah. So these are some really cool shoes. This is probably my favorite pair in his top 5. But let's get on to the next one. So next off, we got the Sean Witherspoons, the 97s.
Yep.
Give us the reason that these are in your top 5.
So like he said, we have the Sean Witherspoon or Witherspoon, however you say it. I might be saying that wrong, but we have the 97 one. For those of you that don't know, it is the Air Max 97 upper with the Air Max 1 sole, which is, I believe, the first that we've ever seen a 97 and a 1 put into one shoe. And what makes this special to me, for those of you that don't know, Sean is from Richmond, Virginia, which I was born in that area as well. So just having that connection of being from the same city, and then their love for vintage clothing and vintage shoes and kicks and stuff like that. So just tying that all together, it's just a connection there. And then the use of the corduroy material on the upper, the colors alone are just really great. Give like for spring, summer. The shoe was just crafted really well. Obviously these are worn. I've got my fair share of wears in them.
Like every single shoe, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, just in general, the shoe, just the great story behind it. Him executing it, Air Max in a different way that we didn't see before, and just the use of materials and things like that. It was just a really great story behind it, and it was watching their store grow from ground up, from the small shop that they used to have to now having 4 or 5 stores across the country, and maybe even still expanding. It was just a great story behind it. So that connection was just great for me, and getting them for retail. So yeah.
Which you had to be very lucky at that.
Yeah. I actually got these off of sneakers. I had the early access back then, so I was able to get them. And another crazy part to that story, I was broke at the time when they came out. I don't even think I had money to really afford these, but a friend spotted me and bought them for me and told me to just pay them back whenever I got paid. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even have owned these, because they would have just sold out by the time would have even probably had the money to get them. But it's just another crazy thing to throw into that story. So This is one of those that will never leave the collection.
There you go. I mean, but like the materials very nice in them as well.
Yeah. With the corduroy, you can kind of tell that it's I don't want to say coming apart, but they're fraying for sure, which he intended for that to happen. So with wear, you could tell the age and the fraying, like it happens, but I think it just adds a little bit more character to the shoe itself.
Like even on on Jordan 1s nowadays, like they're starting to crack, like the cracking on the
cracking
back.
on the ankle collar and just the yellowing and stuff like that. I mean, some people just like how a dirty shoe, if you want to call it, looks. And just on some shoes, it just gives it like a certain feel. So
it does.
Yeah.
All right. So this is probably one of my favorite Air Maxes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but super dope sneaker. Let's get on to the last one. Now, this is a dunk.
Yep.
This is a low.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell them why this is so special to you.
All right. So here we have a regular dunk low. This is the Curry dunk low from 2020, I believe. It didn't see many stores didn't have these. Many people probably haven't even seen these or even knew what these were. But these are important to me because this is the shoe I actually got married in. My great friend Austin was able to find me and 2 of my best men, find all of these in our size so we could wear them for my wedding. And he paid a little bit of a pretty penny for them, especially for them being a regular dunk. They're not the cheapest dunk out there. But like I said, it just holds sentimental value to me because I got married in this shoe. This is something that I will always remember. Anytime that I go to grab them to put them on or anything like that, it's just those memories from that day, and just wearing those and just knowing what came about will always hold a special place in my heart. So it's like I said, it's just a regular dunk. To most people, the materials are kind of crazy and everything like that. I believe they were only like $100 when they dropped originally too, but like I said, I got married in them and they're just really special to me. So.
No, I've never seen these in person.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of dunks in person, but I've
Yeah.
never seen these
Yeah.
in person. And you
Yeah.
can even tell like where you like
Worn them a little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
But shoes are meant to be worn.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's what
Give shoes character.
sometimes we also forget. At the end of the day, shoes are just meant to be worn. So do whatever you please in your shoes. At the end of the day, you're the one that spent the money on them. But I try to make sure I wear all of my shoes. There are some shoes that I haven't put my foot in, not because I don't want to, but just from having so many. But then there's some shoes that I just can't take off. So, yeah.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But next up, we got some. These are really cool. But still, which one, if you had to pick out of your top, bring them all over here. So if you had to pick one out of your 5, which would be your favorite pair?
My favorite?
Yeah. Or do you not have a favorite?
It's tough because they all have special meanings to me, for sure. But if any, I would say I would go with the dunks. Just because, like I said, I got married in these. Just the memories from that day and everything, from the beginning of the end to the end, it's just probably the most special to me. And I don't know. Sometimes I like never want to put them back on just because I don't want to ruin them or anything like that. But I would say, yeah, this is definitely the most meaningful shoe out of these 5 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's super dope.
Yeah.
But next up, we're going to get into his clothing.
Cool.
So next up, his brand. So explain to us about you. Explain your brand to us.
Okay. So my brand is Mellow Hype. I think I've kind of wanted to change it to Mellow, honestly, just because of just the growth and just the meaning behind everything. But we'll start from the beginning. So Mellow Hype. I got the name, just nothing crazy, but I feel like it kind of describes myself. We can start with mellow, the first half. I'm a very calm person. I'm pretty chill, pretty laid back and relaxed. I think anybody who knows me or anybody who meets me could probably just tell you that I'm a very calm and just chill person most of the time. And then the hype part, I think, came from those wow moments and those achievements that I've accomplished and I continue to accomplish, and just being fun and being creative and just being unique and different and just being me. I think that's where the hype comes from. So just a mixture of mellow and being hype, just trying to
Mix them
basically just describes myself, and that's how I came up with the name Mellow Hype.
Okay.
And yeah, I've just been, that's pretty much how the name came about.
All right. So explain to us like some of your pieces that we have here.
Okay. So these are crew neck sweaters I've done. These are my it's called the smoke. So it's kind of like a smoke effect with the lettering. Just a basic crew neck and just multiple different colors. These 2 colors here are good for the fall season, I feel, with the white lettering. Nothing too crazy. I kind of want to go simple with the designs.
Okay.
Just have the name and then come up with just whatever color you kind of just choose or feel like it's best for you. And then we can go with the hat. The hat is a sample that I'm currently working on. It says MHCO, so it's Mellow Hype Co. Just like a sample, like I said, just playing with different ideas and materials just to see what I would like to go with. But the basis of my pieces are just more so just simple, something that you can just throw on and not feel like you're a walking billboard or a walking advertisement. Nothing wrong with that or anything like that, but I think with me just being the chill and laid back and not wanting to be the main center of attention most of the time, I think I kind of just go for minimal branding on most of my clothing.
Okay.
There are some pieces that are on my site that are a little bit crazier and more out there, which sometimes, the hype comes out.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, and it can be fun. But most of my pieces, I just go for something kind of minimal and just that you could just go with everything.
Okay.
And then the shades here are one of the last pieces that I've kind of came out with. I just dropped these over the summer, just in like 5 or 6 different colors. So this is the blue pair that I have, but I've done black, pink, green, and white. I have some more on the works, but like I said, something simple that you can just go and wear daily, and it just has the Mellow Hype co-branding on the side, so nothing too crazy, but yeah.
Super dope, man. I really like your clothing brand. And then where can they find your clothing brand? Like if they want to go buy, I'm gonna link his website in the description below. But if they want to purchase some stuff from your website, where should they go?
All right, so my website is mellowhypeco.com. So that's MELLOWHYPECO.com. You can find all of my pieces on there, from hoodies, crew neck sweaters, t-shirts, pants, varsity jackets, what is it called? Sweaters, cardigan sweaters, the shades, the hats. All of my stuff you can find on that website. I also have an Instagram page, Mellow Hype Co., where I always upload all the products, anything that might be coming out in the future, and I'm always looking for individuals that I could use for product shoots.
Okay.
Just to try to spread my name throughout the community and work with others who have a similar love for design and streetwear and fashion. I'm always looking to just work with anybody. So anybody out there that wants to try out their modeling skills or anything, we'll always look forward to working with you. So just shoot us a message.
All right. Well, I had a great time.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure
Same.
having you on.
Definitely.
Hey,
Thank you.
and this is the first part of our top 5 sneakers. We have a lot more to come. He's got a lot more to come. I'm excited to see you grow in the future.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. All right, Heat and Soul Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to go follow him and check his website out. All platforms, Heat and Soul Podcast. We're out.